Yeah, bullets in the face and a man down. Hello, everybody. James here. I'm playing Warhammer 40k Regicide, which is a game that has just come out on iPhone and on iPad. It takes the Warhammer 40k tabletop format and it keeps it sort of similar in principle. It goes totally grid-based, as you can see, and in many ways a bit chess-like. So there's an actual classic mode, which is basically chess itself. Let me take this guy. And like chess, if I walk straight into his face... Oh, look what's going to happen. It's not going to be good for him. He gets shot to bits, and I take his square, like you do in chess. However, in this mode, Regicide, you get given little kind of sub-missions. So, for example, you'll only get 5 characters, and there'll be a few obstacles like these things in the way, and it'll say, alright then, you have to kill everyone on the screen, or you have to take this particular character, or whatever it might be. The movement and what are called initiative turns play out thusly. So you have a movement turn, so I can take a character and then move them. Then you get initiative, which means you can take a few shots. There are initiative points, which are those skulls that are in the lower right-hand corner there. You can see I've got 3 of them. And if you look here down the bottom, there are skulls next to each of these actions, and that tells you how much they cost. So I can hit the snapshot button. That'll only cost me 1. I'll shoot that dude. And I'll still have 2 points left before there's a turnover and it shifts to the enemy. So let's see if this guy can do anything. He can kind of go to ground, which means that he'll essentially, not quite Overwatch, but you know, if you've played XCOM or something like that, it's a more protective stance. This guy, can you reach him? He can! Let's snapshot this one remaining fool. Okay, now it'll probably turn over. There's the enemy turn. I can move around with one finger. I can pinch to zoom so I can get real close to the action, actually, which is kind of nice. That's not a great shot now, is it? And I can also kind of drag around with 2 fingers to spin like this, so I can move the camera around and rotate it. Now, here we go. My option is to move. This is my movement turn. I can only move 1 character per movement turn. So I'm going to choose... can I just... Yeah, here we go. I'm going to take the final goon. Shoot him in his face, march over, Kaflooey. He goes down, and that should be victory for me. Hey, there we go. What a result. Now, this is a game you can go out and play online if you want to, which is kind of cool. The whole thing is based on, there's a single-player campaign, and you can work your way through it, which is what I am doing here. That was the first level. I've done the tutorial for the classic mode, which is the chess mode. I'm not going to show it because it is just chess. If you've played chess, then you know the score. So, eliminate all enemy units. Don't use a single unit. Okay, brilliant. Begin mission. Oh, hang on. This is the same mission. I'm not doing that. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's resign. My mission will be lost. And I'm cool with that, you know. I'm fine. I'll show you what the main theme looks like. So, multiplayer, skirmish, campaign. Oh, the armory. I'm going to go back into the campaign. Let's go in here. An alien mind. Bosh. So the presentation is okay. I'm not going to say it's amazing looking. Like, we've had XCOM on iPhone and on iPad, and that looked pretty damn good. Now, obviously, that was originally some very high detailed assets that were sort of scaled down to fit onto mobile. So they were already working off some really good looking, you know, character art and whatnot. This one sort of looks fine. Begin mission. Go. Okay, as you can see, they're all scattered around slightly differently here, but the idea is still the same. So we've got the movement phase. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to tap on you. Do I need to move anybody? Can't... Actually, everyone's quite well within reach, aren't they? Actually, I'm going to get you to step forward 1, just so you can get a slightly closer shot at that other dude. And now let's talk initiative. Let's talk shooting everybody in the face. Shall we? I might lob a frag grenade, just for lols. If I lob it here, it should land behind those 2. Do a bit of, there we go, area effect damage on both of them. Nah, see, that I like, that's good. That used up 2 of my initiative points though, so only 1 left. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to snapshot this guy. And miss! God damn it. Now what are you going to do? This guy stepping forward. When you go onto the chessboard mode, you will see the characters representing the other chess pieces. So you need to learn that, I don't know, a Terminator is a rook or something like that. And that's just something you have to get used to, because Space Marines in general, obviously look, from a distance, can look a little bit similar. So it might take you a little bit of getting used to remember, what one is this again? I can't remember. But I'm sure you'll get there if you're into it. So initiative phase. Okay, can I shoot this fool? Yeah, I can. A brutal point-blank attack. I like that. A 90% hit chance. And yet I still missed. The rage. The palpable rage, people. I hope you felt that along with me. That's the problem with all these role-based games, because they're random. You've got to assume if you're playing this as a dice-based game, you'd see the roll, and I would have rolled natural 1, FML, and that's it. But because it happens behind the scenes, you don't get to sort of see the reason, the root of your failure. And so, well, who can I snapshot? Only him. Problem is, that bit of menu's in the way. Right, now try again. Snapshot. Blat. I should say that Harry Slater is over there in Review's channel sorting out the review for this. I think it's him actually doing it. So there will be a review going up on Pocket Gamer later. We might show you a bit more of the game on AppSpy as well. But being as it is, I believe it's premium. I'm playing a preview code at the moment, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll put the link in the description so you can go and find it if you want to. If you like the turn-based feel of the 40k universe, which is after all what it's all about. We've had some 40k games that are kind of almost like endless runners and action platformers and that sort of thing, but really when it boils down to it, 40k and Warhammer itself, Warhammer Fantasy, it's always been about big old grand strategy and turn-based movement and rolling dice, and this is much closer to that feel. And so I imagine if you're into that and you want it on a slightly smaller scale, this may well appeal quite a bit, though I think you might be limited by the fact that it's just Space Marines and just Orcs, at least at the moment it is. So, Warhammer 40k Regicide out right now, iPhone and iPad. Thank you all for watching.